Okay guys, today we're going to make Marborough Apple Pie. Hey guys, we're making Marborough Apple Pie, and it's a very old recipe, and it actually came from the year of 1776, and it was in the American Culinary Cookbook is where it originated. Made my pie crust. I pricked the bottom so it wouldn't bubble up in the oven, and I par cooked it. Par cooked it at 425 degrees for approximately here we have 3 Gala and 3 Granny Smith apples. It turned brown on me even though I had it sitting in lemon water. It still turned brown, but that's no big deal. No one's going to notice. So all I did was take the peel off and then shred it on a box grater. Okay guys, so here are the apples. I've had them on medium heat for approximately 8 minutes. It's, as you see, it's evaporating. I went ahead and turned off the stove. I'm going to leave it in the pan, but I'm going to remove the pan from the heat, and that will keep us from actually browning, cook browning the apples, because we don't want to do that. And you just want to cook the liquid out and to also soften the apples at the same time. So we'll be right back. Okay guys, the second part of this, we just put our apples aside, let them cool down a little bit. So now we have the filling to make for our apple pie. I have ½ cup of sugar, 3 in here, beaten eggs, which I have right here. Add that to the sugar. Nice thing is you don't need a beater or a mixer for this. You do it by hand. It's not difficult, I promise. Some sherry, dry sherry if possible. Or you could use white wine, I guess. It's going to give it a different taste, but whatever. That's what you want to do. ½ cup of heavy cream. Go ahead and throw my vanilla. Some lemon powder. You can find it online at the spice shops online. Now with this, you're supposed to use something called mace. In the original version of this, you would have used mace. But it's very, very hard to find, and it also is very expensive. You probably would not be able to find it in your local grocery store. I added some cinnamon, nutmeg, and allspice into this. I have some whole nutmeg. Always tastes better if you grate it yourself. And I'm going to grate some of this into there. By the way, if you don't have the lemon powder like I do, you just use the zest of a lemon. Not the lemon juice itself, because it'll be way too tart. I could go into the whys and wherefores on that one, but we won't. Unless you really, really want to know. But anyways, you don't put lemon juice in it. So we're just going to add all of that. And with that, we're going to whisk it. And I'll be right back. Alright guys, so now we're ready. We have everything we need in this bowl, except for the apples. And here are the apples. Just plop them on in. Mix it with the wet ingredients. By the way, this dish, this pie plate is 10 inches deep dish, okay? You could use a 9 shallow and you would make 2. And by the way, I don't think I told you all this yet. I'm sorry. There's no top crust to this. You don't need one. If you really have to have a top crust, go ahead and put a top crust on it. But otherwise, it's not supposed to have one. Just so you know. So all I'm going to do now, and I'm doing this one-handed, so I apologize. Is we're putting all of this good mixture in here. Perfect. Trying that last little part out. See? It's empty. Alrighty. So now we're just going to do this to even it out. And look at that. Perfect fit. Like I said, it was 2 Galas and 2 Granny Smiths. And there you go. Okay, I have my oven preheated to 325. Put this in the oven for 40 minutes and then check it. We'll be right back. Alright guys, I thought I was going in the oven. Not me, the pie. Anyways, almost forgot to put the foil. I just use 4 pieces and just make a thin piece and then put it on the sides. But I do one side, the other side, that side, the other side. That'll keep the crust on the outside from burning. And now we're going to put it into the oven, I promise. Alright guys, this is the finished pie. As you can see, I'm going to cut a slice for you. I just wanted to show it before I sliced it. You have to let it sit you're supposed to let it sit for 4 hours. That way the custard in the juice from the apple can stiffen up a little bit. So if you try to cut it when you first bring it out while it's still hot, it's just going to run all over your plate because the custard is kind of like still in a liquid form. So we're going to give this a cut and we're going to serve it up and we'll see how it tastes.